Huh.
Totes Recall.
Welcome to Totes Recall, the podcast where we talk about a movie we don't remember very well, and then we watch that movie, and then we talk about it again with new knowledge about what we've learned in the past. My name is Dan Jaquette.
I'm Molly Chase.
I'm Dan Linden.
I am Beth Gibbs.
And our movie this week is Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
Because it's Halloween, you guys.
Yeah.
The most Halloween movie that we've all seen that we thought would be good to watch.
Sure.
I've seen people dressed up as Hannibal Lecter for Halloween.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I was actually really hoping it would be Beetlejuice. Are we too late for Beetlejuice?
Were you not in the conversation we had
No, I
talking
don't
about
think
this
so.
movie?
Well, it's just Silence of the Lambs is kind of scary.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
It's Halloween, Molly.
Ooh.
Can I start on when I saw this movie?
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Okay. This is one of the movies, the top 100 films ever made,
Oh, yeah.
American Film Institute. And
You should have seen all of them.
Yes.
No.
I do not like scary movies. I don't like being scared in any way, so this is going to be intense. I watched this movie on my computer, on my laptop, and when it got to the very scary parts, I minimized the screen, so it was about 2 inches by 3 inches. So most of the movie I've seen in miniature version.
That is amazing.
Did you put, like, in the background something really cheerful, like
Yeah.
a Lisa Frank unicorn
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
think it
it's
was
okay.
flowers at the time.
Yeah.
and
I
some
feel
sort
like
of
that
generic
would ruin
windows.
Lisa Frank because you still get the audio.
Right, you'd have some
Yeah.
sort of
And
dark
Buffalo Bill has
association.
got some crazy shit coming out of his mouth.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
I don't remember much about seeing this movie. I remember the movie. I feel like I definitely didn't see it in the theaters. I was probably too young. I don't know when this movie came
I
out.
feel like it was like...
Uh,
I feel like we would have been too young to go to the theaters unless we had very neglectful parents.
yeah. But I probably watched it. I bet I watched this with my dad. I feel like this might be another VHS recording off free cable
Yeah.
with my dad and my brother.
Yeah.
That seems likely on this movie.
Getting deals.
Getting deals. Getting deals.
Well, I'm a little bit older, and so I'm going to guess that I probably did see this in the theater. And I hate scary movies and do not enjoy being scared.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I distinctly remember thinking, well, it's a Jodie Foster movie.
Sure.
So it'll be okay. And the opening scene is her like jogging in her FBI
Right.
sweatshirt. And I was like, oh, this is going to be
Harmless.
all right.
Yeah.
And then it gets terrible.
Wasn't Jodie Foster's first movie Taxi Driver?
Oh.
Or Taxi?
Taxi. Wait.
Taxi
no,
Driver?
Taxi
Taxi
Driver.
But there's one with Queen Latifah, right? With Jimmy Fallon?
Yes, but that is from like 2007.
Yeah. And then there's one with Bobby D.
That I've never seen.
I haven't seen it either.
Okay, good.
Oh, it's very violent, and I believe she is
She
the
plays a
child.
young
Yeah.
child prostitute
Yeah.
in that movie,
Oh.
Yeah.
who
feel
has
like that's
some
one-
sort of relationship with Bobby D. I am not sure if it's sexual or not.
The point is, Jodie Foster movies aren't always harmless.
Most of them, actually. I feel like she has a pretty steady rep of being in like kind of disturbing thriller type
Yeah.
movies.
Panic Room.
Yeah.
That
Ugh.
was
Yeah.
filled with panic, but that's post Lambs.
Can we watch Panic Room?
No. I refuse to watch that movie again.
Wow. We have all seen that movie.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
true.
good. Oh, well, then maybe we'll do it later. I am pretty sure the first time I saw this movie was in high school because a friend of mine wanted to see something creepy, and none of us had really seen this movie. And I remember distinctly sitting in this girl's basement, and we were teens, so there was a lot of like riffing happening. And the guy, my friend who wanted to see something creepy, kept shushing us because he was trying to like experience the creepiness.
Get into the
Which I
creepy.
feel like he should have done this on him by himself
Yeah.
if he wanted to like immerse himself into the terrifying world of serial killers.
Maybe he was trying to see who else was like into creepiness.
Maybe he was trying to
was like a-
find a mate.
Yeah, audition for creepy.
Although
buddy.
he was in a surprisingly steady and serious relationship for that age at the time. Like they'd already been together for a few years, so I guess he was, I don't know, maybe he was exploring his options.
She's not creepy enough. We'll see. He'll come over and be
Sure.
quiet during Silence of the Lambs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go like 85 on this movie.
No,
No,
it's 90s.
it's got to be early 90s.
Yeah.
It's got to be early 90s.
Gotta be.
3?
91?
I'm gonna say 91.
I'll just take it with 85 because that's
To
what I
Quest
said
bet?
first.
To Quest bet
This is
85?
like my Price is Right $1
Yeah,
bet.
yeah, right.
85, 1985. I could have. No, I couldn't have seen this movie in 91 at theaters.
Right.
I could have seen a movie.
Sure.
I was going to the theaters in 91.
Speaking that.
No big deal.
Pretty sure I saw Beauty and the Beast in 91.
Yeah.
No, it didn't. That didn't come out until... Never mind. I'm a liar.
Academy
That's what you
Award
get
winning
for watching
theater?
100
Probably?
movies
Yeah.
recently.
Because
Yeah.
you haven't watched
You have
100
no
movies
Well, not intentionally.
purposely.
not-
Over what period did you watch your 100 AFIs? Was it like an effort? Like I'm doing one a day.
3 years.
Oh, that's pretty
Yeah, that's
special.
not bad.
Yeah, the library.
33 and a
Great
third of
resource.
movies
If you're looking
every
for-
year.
If you're looking for movies, go to the library.
Was there a
a hot
movie
take.
that you only watched a third of every year for those 3 years?
Yep.
To stay on track.
Uh-huh.
Or you could start one
Yeah.
and watch it over, into the new year.
Right.
You can only do half and half that way, though.
It took me 3 years to watch Gone with the Wind because it's that long of a
That
movie.
movie's super long.
Yeah.
Sure.
I want to see the half of that.
What? Which half?
The first half.
Oh my god, are you kidding?
Yeah, there's like an official intermission in that
And you
movie,
just
right?
gave up?
We're like, fuck this.
The second half's the best part.
That's where all the things happen.
I wouldn't know anything
It's
about
where
that.
the South has crumbled.
There's a big burning scene, which
Rhett
they
is
filmed
like
first.
Rhett is a dick, but sort of justified in being a
You
dick.
start to really see things his way.
Yeah, it's
Right.
big turnaround.
Scarlett
Jeez,
digs
guys.
deep.
Dig deep.
All of
Yeah.
the one-liners.
Yep.
That's
Great
true.
one-liners.
All the most famous lines are from the second half.
Well,
So-
we can watch the second half sometime. that I haven't seen, but you all have.
That would be an amazing special episode.
Yeah.
We would need a weekend.
Back to
Can
this
we-
movie.
Yeah. Can we
Yes.
talk about how creepy it is and how no one has ever gotten help moving a sofa into the back of a van
Oh, God.
since this came out? What the F?
Oh, is that how he gets
Yes.
They
it?
were strangers, right?
Yes, I vividly remember this.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, my arm's broken. Can you help me move this sofa into the back of my van?"
Yeah.
And he wedges her into the back and closes the door.
Do you think this movie is what solidified the cargo van as like a vehicle of sinister intent?
Oh,
I feel like it's a moving van,
Right.
not a white.
I like
Nope, it's
like
a
panel van?
regular van.
Oh.
Is it? Okay,
Well,
then
that's
yes.
a Molly Chase bet.
That it's
Is that
a
it's
minivan?
regular van.
Just like
It's
a,
a
Nissan
regular-
Quest or something?
like a
white.
family van.
plain, maybe white or gray, but plain
With
van.
windows?
I'm going the opposite. I'm saying it is a cargo van.
Cargo van.
He is a journeyman. He comes off as a working man, blue collar.
Mm-hmm.
So people accept that he owns this van.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think you and I actually, Dan, may be on the same page here because I'm not picturing like a minivan or like a conversion van.
Yeah.
I'm picturing basically a cargo van.
Yeah.
Creepy white van.
Driver's seat
Yes.
and then open space.
Yeah.
Definitely no windows.
No.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like a workman's van.
Yeah.
Like an electrician has or the cable guy or
Yeah.
whoever.
Except
I
instead
feel
it's
like there
just
might be
a
windows,
couch.
but no one can help her. Sorry.
Is that in the opening? I
No.
remember like
No.
three
no,
things about this
the
movie.
opening is she's singing American Girl.
Jogging. Right?
Oh, yes. No. So apparently the more terrifying a movie is, the more I remember it.
Yeah.
But no, it starts out with Jodie Foster jogging.
Early
because-
morning jog?
In intense, maybe. I don't know. Do you want to? Is that a Jaquette bet?
It definitely.
Oh, I'm thinking of any early morning jog is when you find a dead body, but that's not how this
Oh no,
movie
they don't
starts.
find the
No.
body. No,
'Cause
she's
it's
just
not
driven.
a murder
No.
investigation. It's
She's
a
just
kidnapping.
driven. She's going to make it as an FBI
Right.
agent.
Yeah.
But no, that's when the abduction happens is via the van.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's like halfway through the movie, isn't it?
Oh.
Or something?
Yeah.
Is that a flashback? Or is
No,
it like
because
his
he's
first
been
half?
doing this for a while.
Yeah. 'Cause
Oh.
Buffalo Bill is an ongoing
That's right,
investigation.
because he's making stuff out of skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to get heavier set women so he can make a human
Right.
suit because he wants to be a woman or
Yeah.
Right.
something.
Yeah, that's most of what I remember is when he tucks his junk
Yeah.
back
The junk tuck.
and goes like, "I'd fuck me."
Yeah.
Oh, see, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's real upset.
Most Halloween movie we could think of.
It's scary. No one dresses Buffalo Bill with in a nude
I
suit.
bet some people do
It just,
it.
like,
I bet
walks around
some
with their
people
legs
do
close
it.
together.
Lose their arms in a creepy way.
Oh, I
in
wish
front
our
of a mirror.
listeners could see your version of the Buffalo Bill
it's
dance.
sort of like the Globetrotters.
Yeah.
dancing.
Like a basketball is rolling
Yeah.
across.
Except your junk is tucked in between your legs.
It's like a flowing tree because you got like a straight base, but then the top's all loosey goosey.
People always are when people talk about this movie, they always talk about how creepy Anthony Hopkins is. But I think the dude who plays Buffalo Bill is getting short shrift because that dude is way creepier.
Okay, the creepiest part is that he keeps those giant moths in his house.
Oh, right. That's why there's a moth on the cover,
and
on the poster.
When he murders... Wait, is this a different person? When he murders people, he puts the moths in their mouth. That's the first clue. I remember them taking like a tweezers and pulling this giant mouth out of the bodies.
Yeah, I don't know.
We all look we're super
There could be
excited to
this
see
could be like a Batman kind of thing where there are countless like themed killers in this city. I have no idea if he's like, the dude with the moths.
I can't remember. Yeah, I think either he is the guy with the moths or there is a guy with moths and then he is like a copycat killer kind of guy.
Whoa.
But I don't know.
Where are you landed on this one?
Okay, I have to make a decision.
That's bad.
I think he keeps the moths because I think in the scene where he has the night vision goggles and she knows that he's in the room but can't see him, I think there are moths flying around.
That's a creepy scene.
It's
I remember that scene too.
That's the scene where I minimize
Pretty much the last like 20 minutes of this movie are incredibly disturbing.
There is one funny line.
Okay.
Where
a moment of
as
levity.
she's coming in and she has no idea what's about to happen, she says, "Don't worry, you're safe." And you're like, no, I laughed out loud. I guess.
Is it supposed to be funny?
I thought it was supposed to be
sort of
funny.
like just unsettling. Like,
No, I thought it was supposed to be funny. Like, here, she's so earnest and trying so hard.
Yeah.
But she really is out of her element. I think that's, to me, what makes a movie extra scary or convincing is when the protagonist really doesn't know. Like, if you think about the difference between James Bond and Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
James Bond always knows what's going to happen. He's prepared for everything. But Jason Bourne has no idea. Like, the fact that he walks down the hall and like a hotel wall and pulls a map off the wall and figures out his plan on the fly and things don't always work and you're not sure, it makes me so much more scared for him.
Yeah.
And I feel that with Jodie Foster if she had been some, Mel Gibson character or something.
Batman. If she was Batman.
If she's Batman, she would be completely confident in every situation.
And she would have punched through the glass and just grabbed Hannibal Lecter by the collar.
Yeah.
And be like, "Where's Buffalo Bill?" or whatever. I don't even remember. It's not even that he would even know where he is, right? It's more they're just trying to like figure out what he might be up to.
Yeah, the theory is like, hey, we got a serial killer. Oh, we've got this serial killer we trapped. I bet he knows how brains of serial killers work.
Because he's a noted psychologist.
Yeah, he's also like a...
Yeah.
And he eats people.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this other dude's taking skin.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And maybe eating it. They don't know.
Well, I guess they don't know, yeah.
I don't think he is eating it.
He's not, but might not know that.
I think the entire purpose is to make a suit.
Correct.
How about Ghostbusters? Is anyone on board for
Where
Ghostbusters?
were you for the conversation we had about what movie to watch?
I just didn't think you guys were serious. I thought there's no way Beth would go for that.
I specifically said this is not going to be a fun movie to watch. I think it's going to be a fun episode of the podcast.
My palms are already sweating.
You're going to be fine.
Yeah. Just remember, it is a fictional account. Anthony Hopkins. What?
Just listen to
You're
Jodie
gonna
Foster.
be fine.
Don't worry.
You're safe.
Oh.
We'll walk you to your car after the movie's over.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you have some furniture I need moved?
Oh, no.
Oh no, you guys, I am moving soon.
But you're doing the movie.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point.
Don't help Molly move.
Yeah.
Good.
You're the one in power in this case.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
So you're the Buffalo Bill.
Yes.
No.
You're
Okay.
Buffalo Bill.
And can we talk about, too, how gross that line is? It's a famous line about it puts the lotion
Yeah.
on its skin.
Or it gets the hose.
Or gets the hose.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's a fun line.
Of course, I can't do it.
His voice is
Do not-
creepy as hell.
He has a creepy voice?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
he's
my
a
God.
very-
Buffalo Bill is so weird.
One of the creepiest things is the scene we've talked about when he's dancing around the mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's putting lipstick on,
Right.
and his voice is so
it's
deep
so
and raspy
creepy.
and gross and creepy. It's like, it's very
His
off-putting.
voice is like if the late Philip Seymour Hoffman had been
R.I.P.
like R.I.P. wonderful actor had like just woken up and it was really
It smoked 20 packs.
yeah, and it was like really muggy outside, and he just like couldn't like he's just trying to get up in the and like but he had to like call somebody and just has to, like you can just see him like sitting on the edge of his bed, cradling his head, and just like
He's like, I'd fuck me.
yeah, right, exactly.
Right. I got it.
It's terrifying.
All right.
That's actually the creepiest part of that character is
number
his
one
voice.
creep.
Yeah,
Number one creep time.
yeah.
Hey, let's all say what we think we're going to be the most creeped out about.
Ooh, okay.
The spookiest part of the Halloween movie. I think it's going to be night vision goggles.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that being a high stress time for me.
I think for me, it's going to be where Hannibal Lecter forces Clarice to tell the story of the Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, right.
That bothers me to no end. It's animal cruelty.
Yeah.
Oy.
Oh, I don't remember that
I
part.
kind of do.
I remember that that's why it's called that. There's a story about
Yeah.
it, and the story's creepy.
Yeah.
That's the end of my memory about that story. I think the lambs are dead, and that's why they're silent. Or no, I don't remember.
Isn't it like that they know, or isn't it like they're about to die and they don't make any noise, and they've just like accepted their fate?
I don't need to be pre-scared about it. I'm just predicting that is going to be the scariest part of the movie.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like there's just maybe the talking, not the tucking itself, but just that whole moment, like that whole window of time where we just kind of hang out with Buffalo Bill. I remember that just being like unsettling.
Okay.
I think that I'm going to be most creeped out by the night vision because I distinctly remember making the screen small. But also a creepy part is when Hannibal escapes and he uses the face of another man as a mask
Oh.
to make it look like it's not him.
Oh, God. Did we see something like that? Oh, no. There was a different one. The Dragon movie.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Enter
there was
the
a
Dragon.
prequel. And
No.
No. It was not.
With Bruce Lee.
No.
He's a famous detective.
Yes.
And he has to fight a bunch of serial killers on an island
Yeah.
until he finally fights
Hannibal Lecter, who's wearing a claw hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a Hall of Mirrors.
Can we watch that movie instead?
Spooky Bruce Lee.
Yes. The most Halloween Bruce Lee movie.
How about an episode of Scooby-Doo?
That's pretty spooky. He escapes? I feel like he has
Yep.
to.
Hannibal?
He does.
He does.
I don't remember this
He's
movie.
Oh,
the-
yeah.
He calls her at the end, and he's on an island.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's like specifically.
Hello, Clarice.
Isn't he
Yes.
specifically. Or maybe that was the other Hannibal movie.
Well, because somebody says to Clarice, are you worried he's going to come after you? And she said, no, that would be rude. He would find that rude.
Yeah.
And again, another hilarious line
Yeah, he's a gentleman.
from Clarice.
He's a gentleman.
Gentlemen. Is this the one that has a scene where Jodie Foster goes to a house that's like his parents, but they're dead, and they've been dead a super long time?
What?
Yeah.
What?
And like that's...
Oh,
Does that ring a bell?
yes.
No.
I'm saying
Nope.
yes. This is a thing that happens.
Okay.
Dead parents' house.
Or like, it's not, it's like his aunt or something.
Who's aunt?
Buffalo Bills.
Bill.
Oh.
She's like going to try to find out information
Yeah.
about him.
And it's like there's a bunch of flies buzzing around, and she's like, "What's going on?" And then she opens it, and it's like, "Ugh, it smells like death." And then
Oh,
she
you
sees
think they're dead in the house?
they're dead in the house,
don't
and
know
then
that.
this could be a completely different movie.
It might be Terminator.
Terminator?
Yes. And yes.
There's dead
Terminator
parents
1?
Maybe. He kills somebody in their house, and then investigators come later. Okay, well, whatever.
It might be in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
feel like
I
it's
honestly
maybe a
bet it
common
is
scene,
in a lot of movies.
But I'm going into this one.
Okay.
And it's like a small house out in the country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like mom and dad are dead, or maybe aunt and uncle.
I feel like I remember her going back to somebody's house and she talks to like an aunt or something, and the aunt, and like there's a childhood bedroom and she walks around and sees stuff in
Is
there.
it covered in skin?
But it is covered in like stuff like that would make you think that he would want to be a woman.
Oh.
I think. I don't know.
There's like a
We'll see.
sewing bust. Like a...
Oh, and that's when
sewing
that's when she
mannequin,
figures
yes.
out because they can't figure out why.
Oh, he's
they
making
find
the weird cuts.
Yeah, they find the
That's-
bodies
yes.
and they have
Ah.
weird cuts,
Yeah.
and then they figure it out that it's the form.
Oh,
Of
weird
a-
cuts.
This is a horrible choice. Do not want to watch this movie.
Well, now I feel bad. But not really, because again, you were in a conversation loop where we tried to figure out what movie to watch.
Like a 2-day conversation.
Yeah. And I even specifically said, like, oh, we could, like, this will be, I said, like, Beetlejuice would probably be more fun. And no one chimed in.
Oh,
So.
I missed my chance.
I might have missed that part of the conversation. Was it on Facebook Messenger or Google Hangouts?
No, it was there, the little logos seemed to suggest that other people had seen what I wrote.
Yeah. I saw it.
Thank you.
I saw it. I'll back you up on that one.
Chiquette's bets.
How does she figure anything out? All I remember...
She's an amazing detective?
She talks to...
Or is it just Hannibal? Does Hannibal do everything for her?
She talks to Hannibal and then finds the killer. And, like, everything in between. How does
There's
the
so much
police
stuff
work?
that happens, though. But I feel like you should just watch the movie. Because I feel like we would otherwise just... Because I could tell you... I remember what happens, but that's boring.
Most, like... A good chunk of this movie is just the two of them just sitting next to... Or, like, across from each other, right?
Yeah, it's like a mental, verbal battle.
Yeah.
Well, yes, but at first she goes in completely ill-equipped. She's trying to do just a general questionnaire.
Oh, right,
And
but
he
he-
just eviscerates her emotionally.
Yeah.
And then...
And the other people in the prison are gross.
Oh, they're super gross. And they throw something at her, like spit or
Yeah.
semen. It's
Oh,
probably
right.
semen. Oh, and that's when
It is-
Hannibal Lecter
Are you
says...
putting Molly's bet, Seaman?
Molly's bet semen.
Semen. And then he's like, Clarice, come back. And he's like, I don't condone that behavior. Come back tomorrow and I'll talk to you about the serial killer.
Yeah.
So that's how... And then she keeps coming back.
Is this a
Getting
Batman
information.
movie? It feels like a Batman movie so far.
What?
There's like super villains, and they used to talk to one that's in Arkham Asylum, and then they got to find the other one.
I mean, it's a Batman movie in the sense that Batman, being the world's greatest detective,
Yeah.
would operate in a similar way to Jodie Foster's character at times.
It's possible there's a vat of acid. That would be the... I don't think there is.
I don't
though.
think so.
There's definitely a bucket of lotion.
Yes.
Oh.
A basket.
bucket of
A
lotion?
basket.
Oh, right. He lowers
He lowers the basket.
Yeah.
You probably couldn't see it on the screen.
Yeah, because it's made it so small.
I thought it was a bucket.
It's a
What do you
basket.
think? Jergens? You think it's name brand lotion?
Oh, you think it's
was.
a product placement?
Do
a
it.
little product
Do it.
placement?
Yeah, Jergens.
Wow.
I can picture that.
Does this,
Would a lotion company want product placement in
No.
this? Or, like, would
feel
they
like-
pay to put the competitors? Like, would Jergens
oh,
be like,
yeah, right.
put in...
Throw some gold bond in there.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Does this movie have the classic, you are a law enforcement officer, but you do not have a penis, so we are going to undermine you
Oh, yeah.
thing happening?
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay.
Plus, she is actually new on the force as well.
Ah,
So she's an overachiever. She keeps getting promoted a little
too
faster
early.
than her age.
Right.
And so...
Which is why she goes in green to talk to Lecter.
yeah.
Because isn't there a dude who right before she goes turn is like, good luck, wah, 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 or
Yeah.
something? Like, he's kind of a dick about it.
Yeah, there's definitely a dude that, like, tried before and
And he's just
failed.
like, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure at some point Lecter fucks that guy over when he escapes, right? Because they have sort of an antagonistic relationship.
Yeah.
Like, the dude who kind of shits on Foster,
maybe
I'm
that's
pretty
his
sure gets murdered by Lecter.
Yeah, maybe he's face mask.
Maybe.
Ah.
Someone is definitely verbally a dick and then gets
Yeah.
attacked by Hannibal Lecter.
Did she talk to any other ladies? Do you think this
Ooh,
passes
God.
Bechdel?
Yeah, the balaclava test.
I feel like it doesn't because they're always talking about a male murderer, but I don't know if that is...
But she talks about her childhood sometimes, doesn't she? So maybe she talks to someone that isn't Hannibal Lecter about that at some point.
I wonder if she and the victim, I think, have at least
Ooh,
some
maybe.
short
like,
conversation about
you're
saving the
safe.
victim's life.
Oh,
But I think there's some, some
that's a
conversation.
good bet. We should probably say what this test is. I don't think we've ever actually
Oh, the
said
Bechdel.
what the
Oh,
Bechdel test is.
on Mike?
Yeah,
Yes.
for people who don't know.
Right. The Bechdel test, named after comic artist, oh God, I forgot her first name.
Oh,
Typical man. Someone.
Allison?
Yeah, that sounds
Is
right.
that right?
That sounds right.
Okay, put that down. Dance bet. Allison Bechdel. She had this comic in... God damn it. The name of the comic, I don't remember what it is. It has the word dykes in it.
It's like Dykes
Dykes
in
to
Paradise.
watch out for?
Oh, God.
Something like that.
Whatever.
Anyway.
it
The
is,
test
that's
itself is very simple.
Yes, it is that a movie must contain two named female characters who talk to each other about anything other than a man.
Yeah.
And a lot of movies fail this
Most
test.
movies fail.
Most movies fail this test.
Right. So I think Molly's feeling is right. I think that's the best chance, is the, like, talking to the victim about, like, hey, you're safe. Are you okay? Like, because are you okay? Yes, that would pass.
Yes.
Like, if that happened, yes. We'd get a pass on that.
The point of this test is that movies are sad when it comes to representation of gender.
Right. See, I feel like it's got a good chance. I feel like most movies that have a female lead and are generally considered to be good movies probably passed, which I think is true.
Did anyone see
Heat is a good example of a movie that passes. We could watch that.
The spookiest Michael Mann movie.
Are there women in the movie Heat?
Well, yeah.
Are you talking about The Heat or Heat?
Oh, The Heat.
Oh, there we go.
We could watch that. Let's watch that one.
We just recorded like half an hour of a podcast talking about this movie. You're the one who wants to go home early, and now here you are wasting tape. I'm going to call it tape.
Yep. Recording on a cassette tape.
Reel to reel.
Reel to reel. Yep. I got to switch the reels, guys.
Yeah, I am not... I imagine that while I will not consider this a bad movie, this might not be a fun movie watching experience.
I think it's going to be great, you guys.
Okay. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna turn it into humor.
I will say this: I plan on deliberately seating myself next to Molly Chase for the watching of this movie.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because I get deep joy I have found in watching Molly watch movies with us.
Yeah. I wonder, we'll definitely have a story about animals in danger. I don't think there's going to be animals directly in danger.
There are. There's a little dog.
Oh, no. Now I'm going to hate this movie.
No. Well, I mean, you have to admire a certain character's spunk.
Okay.
I don't want to ruin it for you, but yes, there is a little dog that belongs to a certain serial killer that does become endangered.
Oh, Buffalo Bill's got a little doggy?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Little buffalo dog? Little baby
that
buffalo?
Dog is probably evil. Probably evil dog. I don't know.
Well, it's how the dog is raised. It's the owner's fault.
Do we think that's Baby Cujo?
Whoa.
Tie-in.
We'll see.
Is this based on a book?
Yes. Harris.
Is the author?
Thomas Harris, I think. Is the author.
The name of the book was Harris.
No.
I was like, who's that?
Yes. This is based on a book. It is not the first book, though, in which Hannibal Lecter was created.
Mm-hmm.
That was, I believe, the
Dragon
movie that
Tales.
became Red Dragon. But it was also the movie Manhunter back in whatever decade in which beloved actor Brian Cox played Hannibal Lecter.
Wow.
And I think he only showed up for a little bit.
So he's like the Joker. Brian Cox is Jack Nicholson. And then Anthony Hopkins is Heath Ledger.
I guess, but I don't think a lot of people were like, oh, Anthony Hopkins is never going to take the legacy away from Brian Cox in this movie that I think a bunch of people didn't watch.
Yeah.
It probably holds up.
I don't know. I've never seen it.
I think this movie is going to be terrifying unless somehow, by some miracle, I have become immune to how horrible and frightening it is, in which case maybe it'll be funny, or maybe I'll laugh hysterically just to protect myself from freaking the hell out.
I see.
But I am really glad that I only ever have to watch this once more in my whole life. And with that, I'll say we are now going to take a break and go watch Silence of the Lambs.
Yep.
So we're going to hit pause and we'll be right back. And we're back. We just watched 1 hour and 52 minutes of the terrifying Silence of the Lambs.
You kept the clock? You kept the clock running?
I did.
It's a pretty good movie, like.
I feel like we and watch is a simplified form of what happened in that room. Because there was a good, I'm going to say, 12 to 18% of the movie where at least Molly and occasionally Beth were holding an object near their face to sort of half-assedly block the screen.
Yeah. Either screen it or, as Beth said, to remind you that it wasn't real.
Yeah. Like, to put it
like an artifact with the real one. Like, this tell is real.
It was a reality screen.
Yeah.
Right, to make sure that...
I was watching it through my fingers.
Yes.
So I could see the screen, but I still knew, like, none of it was real.
This is my hand.
Yeah, this is my hand.
This is my hand,
This is what's
not
happening.
the hand of one
Buffalo
hand.
Bill.
Or that.
Drowning. He's always drowning in his own voice.
Yeah, he is. It's terrifying, right?
Yes.
That voice.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gone.
There was a big
Full
bug down
disclosure.
here in
Yeah.
the basement.
Oh, it's not just a bug. It's one of those centipedes that
Yeah.
moves crazy fast, like the zombies in 28 Days.
Right.
And it might be
Later.
the biggest
Later.
one I've ever
28
seen.
Days is a movie, I believe, about Sandra Bullock and her struggle with substance
Alcoholism,
abuse. Yes.
Yes.
Very different.
Or 27 Dresses.
No.
That is
Is that
a
a number
movie
movie?
starring
That's
Katherine
Katherine
Heigl
Heigl.
about something.
Wedding?
Being a bridesmaid.
Some sort of wedding situation.
Oh, always a bridesmaid, never a bride?
They probably couldn't
Yeah.
call it that because I'm sure there's another movie from like 1938 with
Yeah.
that title.
With
Probably-
Katharine Hepburn.
Had a spinster at 25.
Yeah.
Hadn't been married yet.
Yep.
Anyway, Silence of the
Silence of the
Lambs.
Lambs. Wow.
Good movie. Good movie.
Tense.
It was very good. I will say it was 1,000% creepier in a full screen television.
I can imagine.
Oh, yeah, that's good. We got the spectrums.
Yeah.
Much larger than you watched it, Beth,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
much smaller than you watched Molly in the theaters.
Absolutely.
Would you say it's less creepy
In a smaller...
on a smaller
I think
in
probably-
a residential setting?
I am certain that I saw more of the movie because there were some images I had never seen before. I'm pretty sure I was slumped down in my theater seat with my hands over my eyes for, I would say, 35 to 45% of
Sure.
Yeah,
during the original viewing.
sure. You're tougher now.
Yeah.
Take it.
Well,
Than you were in 1991
yes.
when this movie came out.
Yes.
Not 1985 at all.
No.
Beth and Dan,
91.
you guys nailed it.
Yeah, we
nailed
did.
it on 91.
I will say that even knowing what was going to happen, I still thought it was really suspenseful.
Yeah.
It was like there was a lot of tense moments.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a ton of very close face
Oh my God.
shots.
So many close-ups.
That's like half the movie.
Yeah.
It's just like face
I
time.
think Anthony Hopkins was not in full close up in maybe 2 scenes.
Yeah.
Like 2 scenes, and everything else is just dead center Hopkins' face anytime he talks.
Yeah.
And that first person perspective was carried all the way through. And there's
Yeah.
a shot that I had never noticed before where all the police officers start crowding around a TV. And you see it from Clarice's perspective. And they allow the screen to get filled up by all these blue shirted officers standing in front of her before they cut around to show her pushing through the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
It was very thorough.
Yeah, I thought they did, or whoever, Jonathan Demme, I guess is the director, did a pretty good job of doing a subtle job and an obvious job, but of like building that world of like she's both like a woman in a man's world as well as like a trainee in a full-fledged officer's world.
Yes.
Like there were a lot of shots where like she got in the elevator and it was just like a bunch of tall dudes.
Yeah.
And like it framed itself
Gruff
almost like
men.
look at all these dudes she's got to hang out with.
Yep.
But then also like there'd be creepers like when she's running on the beach with her friend Ardell.
Yeah.
And all the male
Ardelia.
cadets, Ardelia.
Ardell.
Ardell could be a name.
Sure.
And
probably
all,
is.
All the dude cadets, check out Dead
Yeah.
Ass.
They take a pass.
Yeah.
They're maybe they're just checking their corners, which is a lesson
Yeah.
that Clarice still hadn't learned
Yeah.
in FBI school.
Always check your corners.
That-
Danger Corner.
That never came back. That seems like it would have been a foreshadowing.
I feel like it did, though.
Like she didn't. So there's a scene in her training where she forgets to check her corners, and then she is quote unquote killed.
Yeah.
In the training, she's not actually killed. But that
That'd be a
seems
weird
like,
movie.
She dies 20 minutes in.
Then it ends.
But that's the sort of thing where the climactic moment, she would spot the bad guy in her corner, and that would save her life.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not how she got that Buffalo
I appreciated that. Like, I was thinking about that for the last 20 minutes of this movie, where the whole time I just kept thinking, like, this is such a slow burn, like, nearly silent, just, like, tense, meeting of the protagonist and the villain.
Yeah.
But I kept thinking, like, if this movie were made today, yeah, there'd be, like, something like that, where, like, they would probably even bring it up verbally.
Good thing you checked your
Or
danger
whatever.
corner.
And like, and especially, God, if it got made by one of those fucking hacks who make like the Saw movies or whatever, like Buffalo Bill's house would have had like everything made out of skin, and there'd be some dumbass nursery rhyme playing instead of like some kind of like pretty contemporary, like, I don't know, Buffalo Bill had some fun music while he was dancing around tucking that dong. You know?
Yeah.
That was like quietly playing. Like, I thought that was creepier. Is like his super fun music was like quietly playing in his house.
Yeah.
But at no point was it just blasting through while she's running around panting, trying to shoot something.
Yeah.
At one point, she is looking in a music box, though.
Yes.
And that's a creepy little children's song
Right.
playing while the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that wasn't. I'm saying that's what I'm
Yeah, I
saying. If that were made
understand.
today, that music box would be in Buffalo Bill's house.
He'd have like 20.
Yeah, exactly. They'd all turn on at once when she walked into the room somehow.
Yeah.
They'd like all like open robotically or something.
I like, too, though, the way they use that training to set up our expectations and then be surprised by it. Because she tries to arrest Buffalo Bill the
Yeah.
way she was trained to, which
Yeah.
is turn around, put your hands behind your back, thumbs up. And he just does not cooperate
Books
that
it.
way. Yeah, he just
Yeah.
books it,
He's like,
which is such a
"Okay."
simple evasion
Yeah,
method that clearly she had not been trained for yet.
right.
Yeah.
Well, she'd probably, I mean, you know, she had probably never pulled her service weapon on a real human being until that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, that was, you know,
But
she was
that's
not
what
ready
I'm
to pull
talking
that
about.
trigger.
It's that Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
Things aren't working out the way you expect. Is
Totally.
way more suspenseful than the James Bond get out of the water in a tuxedo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Meaning scuba diving and then suddenly getting out of the water and having a
I know.
tuxedo.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we all
Well,
have.
I just,
Had a
you
few
know.
True Lies, too.
Tuxedo?
Yeah, tuxedo.
Oh, under the scuba thing. That was probably an homage
Probably.
to Bond.
That was a good movie.
Yeah.
You guys seen True Lies?
We could have watched that.
Classic Cameron. Okay.
Yes.
How did we do?
How do we do?
Yeah.
Let's see. Pretty well. Moth out of the mouth. Beth? Yep. Nailed
Yeah,
it.
kind of. It
No?
was a cocoon.
I think it counts.
All right.
It's still a moth. Did you imagine like a full
Oh, like it
moth?
unfurls as
No, I thought of it as kind of in a pod
Yeah,
form,
chrysalis.
but you'd think like once it'd been in somebody's throat, it'd be kind of watered down.
Well, the chrysalis is a hard,
poop
keratinous shell that can withstand several. Okay. It's not like it was stomach acid, is what I'm saying. It's just
Yeah.
sitting there.
Yeah. But yes, they did pull it out with the tweezers.
Yeah.
And it was weird.
It made a gross noise.
It did.
Super good.
Sound design of this movie was top notch.
Oh, it was amazing.
Incredible.
Immediately, the first scene, she's just running through the woods, which I said at the beginning, it wouldn't be scary if Eye of the Tiger was playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it was like this kind of like creepy, like something bad is about to happen
Right.
music, it made it real
Or
creepy.
even like when they're doing the establishing shot of FBI school, they're just constantly hearing, like they never show the gun range, but you were hearing shots being fired the entire establishing shot of that building.
Yeah.
So it's like already weirdly tense, even though it is clearly nothing is actually happening.
Yeah, the score was real heavy.
Yeah.
I wrote thick score. A
Yeah.
little too heavy for me sometimes. But
Sure.
most of the time it was like good. It created the
But think
moods.
about that. Think about what year this was made.
1991.
Right, and then think about all the things that stole that exact combination of heavy music from this movie
Yeah.
going forward. So at the time, it was probably like pretty great, and you probably just feel like it was too heavy because you've seen hundreds of other things that did the exact same
Right.
thing.
Yeah. No, I liked it. Definitely. Our let's see if we were right on our most creepy moments. Beth and I, night vision.
Yep.
Yep.
That
Still one of
was
the creepiest for me.
intense.
I think, I kind of had two votes.
Yeah, you had two. The other one was I wrote something mask. I can't read my writing.
Face mask.
Yeah.
Face mask.
Which I actually think that scene was scarier for me when I just watched it.
Oh yeah.
Where
It-
he's
when-
wearing the
it's like-
guard's skin mask.
Not specifically the skin mask, but the part where he you know that he has the key for the handcuffs. And
Yeah.
There's like a whole process that they're going to give him some food, and they have to open up. He's in like a bird cage in the middle of a courthouse.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you just like the tension in that scene is like what is it? Is it dramatic irony when the audience knows what's happening, but the other people don't know what's happening?
Sure.
Sure.
Anyway, we all know what's going on.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
know that he's. Oh, I guess we don't know that. I knew it because I'd seen it before.
What?
That he was actually the person.
Under the face?
There's
Yeah.
a cop. There's a cop. He's lying on the ground. You think that it's the other cops think that it's their cop friend.
Yeah.
Really, it's Hannibal Lecter with a face on his face.
Yes. Not just face, like full.
He changed his clothes.
Yeah, and it's not like it's a domino mask of cop face. Like he took his hair, like he took the whole thing and just plopped it on his head.
Yeah.
Because when he rips that sucker off in the ambulance, like it is most of that guy's head.
Yeah.
In skin form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know some of that.
Yeah.
I guess we don't know. The audience, the first time viewing, probably doesn't know that it's him.
It definitely looks weird, though.
He takes it off, right? You might guess.
Because it doesn't look like the guy. Like, the actor who played that guard, it does not look like that guard anymore.
But
it just looks like... You just think he's fucked up.
Yeah, but it's not like how everybody knows he's going to pick the handcuffs because they show the shot where he's palming the thing. Like, it's not that...
To me, though, the creepiest part was the thing you didn't see, which was the sound of the second guard trying to get away. Had little gasps and dragging sounds across the floor.
Yeah.
And Hannibal Lecter takes his sweet time and says, are we ready now, or something like that.
He does he had some good callbacks by Anthony Hopkins. Because when he puts his hands through the bars to get handcuffed, he says, like, whenever you're ready, Sergeant Pepper, or whatever his name is.
Pembre?
I wanted it to be Sergeant Pepper.
And then he says the exact same thing, like, after he picks up the little pocket knife and, like, walks off camera to go cut that dude's face off.
Yeah.
Right.
And I had completely forgotten about the, like, crucifixion.
Oh, my God, me too.
It was, like, so horrifying.
Yeah. He strings up the guard who he's not pretending to be.
Yes.
Like a Jesus.
Like an American angel thing.
And it's like
or like an angel.
and I'm pretty sure there's flies or something. I don't know. It's upsetting.
It's a pretty convincing distraction. Like, I don't know that you'd be as concerned about, does this face belong to this guard?
There's enough other information you're trying to process at the time.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
I still don't, and this bothered me the first time I watched this movie, I don't understand how he got the part of the pen that he used to pick the handcuffs. Because he was strapped up to that gurney, he looks at the pen, the camera looks at the pen, and then we just accept that it is in his body at that point.
Yeah, I think we're to believe that there was some time where he was free in his cell.
Sure.
After that.
Oh, and he left the pen there.
And the warden just left the pen there because he forgot about it.
Sure.
Because of hubris.
Yes, that's true. That dude.
Yeah.
Dr. Chilton.
Yeah.
First scene, first thing he does, hits on Jodie Foster.
Yeah,
in the worst way.
Right. Oh. He was the guy that we thought was like the asshole other cop that was going to be like, good luck.
Yeah.
And that didn't really pan out that way. At first he was just sort of like mildly creepy, I would say. It was like, how long are you going to be in Baltimore? I'll show you around. Not in like in a creepy way, but not in a dangerous creepy way.
No, like a John Malkovich pre-freak out creepy.
Yeah. The first thing,
there's something off about him, but he hasn't done anything overtly threatening.
Him overtly threatening, maybe, but certainly super creepy. Like, just the way
his intentions are clear.
His intentions are clear. Over those teeth.
Oh my God.
Was super, again, with a close-up shot. It was like, I kind of wanted to throw up just hearing him try to make small talk.
Yeah, he was a gross dude. And then he was kind of an asshole later in like a power struggle way. But we're led to believe he gets what's coming to him in the epilogue.
Yes. He is apparently on some non-American place.
Yeah. Yep. Like Haiti,
maybe?
Or something.
Haiti or Dominican Republic?
I'm guessing somewhere in the Caribbean zone.
Yeah.
What was that?
I accidentally said Dominican Republican.
Oh.
And I was hoping
one of those Dominican Republicans.
Yeah.
Got a primary. I wanted to say that the other thing about my scariest scene was
number one
creeps.
Clarice explains about the lamb.
Yes,
and that is in fact incredibly creepy to think about all those lambs screaming. And her sense of powerlessness.
Yeah.
The thing that I caught watching it this time that I didn't catch before is how consistent her character is. That even though she was scared to look, she had to.
Yeah.
And that is such her character trait. Like, going to investigate that first patient's storage locker unit that had been locked since 1980.
Yeah.
And she has to, nothing stops her from getting to the truth, even as terrifying as it is.
Yeah.
I thought how cool to have established that from the time she was a very little kid.
She is without question basically Batman.
Yeah, she's big time Batman.
Like, she's essentially what like, that's the closest you would get to a more realistic Batman without the costumes and the craziness. Like, that sort
or
of...
the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, just straight detective.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But straight up detective and fearlessness.
Yeah.
Because, or not even, no, because if she were fearless, I would have cared about her less.
Sure.
She was clearly scared and went anyway.
Yeah. And she was like, I mean, she was basically freaking out the whole time she was in Buffalo Bill's Cellar of Horrors. And who wouldn't?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It was a creepy basement.
So many doors.
Which, as we said, there's
Why
been a
were
lot
there
of
so many doors?
non-permit
additions
there.
Right.
There's no way anybody's basement is that big.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and certainly the well...
The well
keeps women in.
Yeah.
I mean,
the women well seems a little against code.
Yeah.
What I was thinking about during the Lamb story was that YouTube compilation that went around the internet a few months ago about goats
sounding like people.
Like people.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if lambs also sound like people when they scream.
Oh my gosh, I had a cat who, if you tried to give her a bath, would scream like a woman. Scream like like a woman being about to be murdered.
Oh.
It was terrifying.
Did you ever get the cops called on you?
No, I just stopped giving her baths.
Sure.
I don't think you have to bathe cats.
Not anymore. This is back in the olden days.
Back when cats were real dirty.
Dirty cat times.
Yeah.
Well, no, you used to have to bathe them because they would get fleas. Do you guys remember fleas?
They don't. What do you mean?
They don't happen anymore.
Sure, they do, don't
still
they?
Happen.
No, but they've got such good medicine now. You never encounter
I
them.
see.
Oh, you give them that.
Well, maybe
Even
in
those
this,
drops.
maybe in our
Their
spoiled
blood
urban
poison.
environment.
That's true.
I'm sure plenty of cats still have fleas out in the fields,
West Virginia,
or whatever,
where some of this movie takes place.
Lamb.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing us back.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
And then Dan's number one creep time was just hanging out with Buffalo Bill.
Yeah.
Still number one for you? Anything beat it out? It was super creepy.
It was super, like the part where Lecter just, the whole Lamb thing where he just like completely breaks her down.
Yeah.
Like that was definitely the most like silent, tense moment of the movie.
Yeah.
Because she is falling apart on the inside. And props to Jodie Foster for doing that entirely with her face and whisper talking. But every time they cut back to that house, it was still just sort of like, this is just gross. This is a gross man in his gross house.
Yeah, his lipstick, putting a lipstick to
God.
pop songs and saying,
And again, I made this aside while we were watching the movie. But again, he was not wearing a wig. He was wearing a woman's scalp on his head.
He was?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was not a wig.
Yeah, you could see.
That was not a wig.
I thought it
forehead.
looked crazy.
Yeah.
I
but-
thought he just teased his hair.
No. That was a woman's scalp and a kimono, perhaps?
Yeah.
Butterfly-like kimono.
That makes that scene 1,000 times creepier.
Yep.
Then he tucked it back. He danced. He definitely danced.
But thank God we got our one Buffalo Bill Demi close-up while doing the talk back. Because we needed that, we needed that moment to just live in that moment.
Exactly. I'm kind of surprised.
Wait,
they
you
didn't
mean
do-
mid-shot, not close-up, right?
There's a close-up of his face.
Where he
he looks
up
like
against the mirror
trying to do something.
and you can say he's adjusting out of frame.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then he backs
Then
up.
he
And he backs up and does his little basketball dance.
Basketball across the shoulders.
Yeah, he's like one of those, used car lot inflatable men.
Yeah.
I'll
Here's
never think of those the same.
Yeah.
I think what made him extra creepy is that Buffalo Bill actually seemed slightly sympathetic at one point.
Yeah.
When she refuses to put on the lotion, his hostage refuses to put on the lotion.
Not Jergens, by the way.
Not
Not
Jergens.
No, there was a clearly
Unbranded.
blank bottle.
Yeah.
But it did look like a classic
Yeah.
Jergens bottle.
Yeah. I'm sure
I
they
can
just
see
took
why
the
you
label
would
off.
think that, for
Yeah.
sure.
They did drop Avion skin cream earlier.
Yes, they did.
Jodie
Yes.
Foster uses that, but
Yes. But there's this great moment where you can tell she's getting to him with her pleas and wanting to see her mom. And it just gets incredibly emotional.
Yeah.
And he eventually erupts. But you get a little sense of his humanity. And the same with Hannibal Lecter. When they put that mask on him and it just mashes his nose down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and what Frederick Chilton, the psychologist, is such a jerk. Just such an unforgivably terrible, power-hungry narcissist that it actually... I don't know, just for me created room for them to be extra creepy because they were more real.
Yeah.
Unlike, let's just say, any of the villains in Batman.
Sure.
Right. Yeah, you don't feel for
Batman Zing.
Tommy Lee Jones at all.
Not
His
really.
twin honeys. Yeah, I'd say probably Warden Chilton. Is he a warden?
I don't think so.
No, he's a psychologist.
psychologist.
He's like
Doctor?
head doctor.
Dr.
He was a
Chilton?
doctor for sure.
He's probably the least sympathetic character.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Well,
he's not a monster, but he's like, there's no part of
Kind
you
of a
that's like,
monster.
but I'm not. I mean, I personally at no point was like, oh, I want to see Lecter get. You know what I mean? Like at no point was I like, yeah, good for him. Anytime he won, in any
Sure.
way.
but he's polite at least.
He is polite.
He has manners.
He is a gentleman.
He's a gentleman.
Yes.
And yeah, Molly was right on a couple lines, including that would be rude.
Yeah.
Right? And also
Great line.
the big laugh line of the movie. Don't worry, you're safe.
Or safe. As she's desperately shutting doors,
Just
that
like
Buffalo Bill might pop
Shaking
out.
with fear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can
Hilarious.
barely breathe.
Hilarious. That's what you put on the trailer. It's like the button.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remembered it as very funny.
I want to edit a trailer using the laugh lines from this movie
Yep.
with yakety sax in the background
Yes.
and make it seem like Silence of the Lambs is a comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Put it on YouTube. Make $1 million YouTube bucks.
Yeah.
Oh, is that how I do it?
Yeah. Every hit is one YouTube buck.
Yeah. And each YouTube buck is worth negative 10 American dollars.
Shoot.
Yeah. Oh, Molly nailed it with the semen throw
Yes.
early on.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah,
was
that
way
was-
more graphic than I
Dude definitely
remembered.
jerked it and then just
Just
flung it.
Yeah, it
right?
was.
Nailed her like
In the
eye
face.
adjacent.
It was
Yeah.
gross.
It was close to, if not in.
I want to say I did not catch that the first time I watched that. I probably was just oblivious to what was happening.
Yeah.
Maybe you
Maybe it
minimized
was
the screen
minimized.
already.
Yeah, I don't know that that scene was scary enough for me to no. M&M's
You can do
the
it.
screen.
You can do it.
M&M's. Can't
Yeah,
eat
You
too much, I'll take
were
it.
you were not a young child when you saw this movie.
No, this was
No, it should be.
recently.
Okay.
Like,
So-
not that recently. Let's say 2008.
So
Okay.
you would have comprehended what was going on.
Oh, yeah, I would have gotten it.
Sure, you just didn't remember.
I just probably blocked it
Yeah.
out.
That makes sense.
It was pretty gross. And then that guy got talked into his own suicide.
Yes.
That's some Batman villain shit
Right?
there.
That's incredible. Swallowing his own tongue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lecter is, like, they very much set him up as a Batman villain. Because, he can talk people into killing themselves.
Yeah.
He apparently has an incredible sense of smell.
Right.
I'm pretty sure he didn't blink for, like, the first half of that movie. Like,
Yeah.
every time they cut to him looking at her, it's just, like, I mean, Hopkins must have had to have, like, a bottle of eye drops next to him every time they cut from a take. Because that dude just kept it wide.
Yeah.
I will say that he only had approximately 25 minutes of screen time,
Wow.
which is trivia time.
Oh.
Oh.
The second least amount of time that an actor was on screen and also won an Academy Award.
Nice.
Was it Curly from Curly's Gold?
I hope so.
I thought it was what's her name for playing the Queen. No?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't. You guys, I didn't look up the trivia that close.
Sorry.
Just pulled the facts about this movie.
Oh.
On track.
Yep.
He gets second billing too in this
Yeah.
movie.
A-Hops.
Pretty great.
Yeah, that surprised me actually.
What a great nickname.
A-Hops.
A-Hops. All right.
The J Fost.
Little J-
J-Foss and A-Hops.
Jofo.
Jumbo.
It was nice to watch a movie with no cold open. The movie just started.
Yeah.
There were titles.
And then they just
And then the movie just
Went
started.
for it, yeah.
It didn't, there wasn't as much, I don't know.
Fanfare.
Yeah.
There
He's like,
wasn't
hey,
an
we're-
animated.
there was no cartoon opening like some of our favorites.
Which is disappointing, honestly. I would have loved to see like a little animated Hannibal Lecter running around.
Run across
Oh,
the
like
screen.
that'd be like his backstory. Like they'd show you what he did before.
He writes Anthony Hopkins with a pen.
Yeah.
And then tucks it in his pocket and winks at the screen.
And then you see him brutally murder another person and then say, and have ourselves a snack.
Yeah.
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 And the like organs that he's like devouring could
Uh-huh.
form, like spill out and form
Yeah.
names as they
Oh
come
my
across.
Oh, and then form into moths and fly away.
Ooh.
Yep.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah. We should write to
MGM.
Orion.
MGM.
I I think Lion.
Yeah, the lion was
Lion.
there, as well as the Orion.
When they do the
Lion
remake.
Pictures.
That was my line of
Rawr.
That's a
Wait, do that again?
It's me, a lion.
rah.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Every time a movie starts, it's just rah. That's how you know. It's a quality picture.
fun.
So much fun. Having fun at this movie.
Fun, like fun. Rawr.
I'm a lion. Look at
Well,
my
speaking
mane.
of Jodie Foster having the top billing, her character does such a beautiful job. As a feminist movie, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
Not only does it pass the Bechdel test,
It does.
with
Ardelia.
flying colors, because she has a best friend who is named, and they talk about many topics on 3 different occasions.
Yes,
Well,
often
not
they
many
are talking about
topics.
Hannibal Lecter.
I don't know if I'd call it flying colors. Some of the passes
What?
are like, oh, hey, how's it going? Good, how are you?
But there was one where they were specifically talking about, like, FBI school stuff. Like, they were
Yeah.
2 active students discussing their education.
And she helps her solve the case.
Yes, which is
Yeah.
badass for a
Which
for a
is-
small part like that. The fact that she is helping and responsible in like creating the final moment.
And then Jodie Foster's character has this beautiful scene where her boss sells her out. They're in a small town, and it's full of a bunch of deputies who are all men. And Jodie Foster appears to be literally the only woman in the entire town, much less
Yeah.
in this room.
Yes.
And her boss says, "I'd rather not talk. Given this case, I'd rather not." Talk about it in front of mixed company, and he kind of glances over at Jodie Foster's character, and the room clears out, and she's left by herself. And later on, he's like, "That seemed to really get to you. Don't let it. I was just trying to get the room clear." And she says, "Bless her heart.
Yeah.
Those other guys, they look up to you, so it matters." I was like, "Drop the mic."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was in 1991.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Snaps.
he takes the note.
Yeah.
He does. He's like,
Point taken.
yeah.
You guys jumped down his throat later in the movie. That guy was all right. The guy who I thought was Roy Schneider. But he's still alive.
While we're on the topic of that part of the movie where they're
Yeah.
at that dead girl's funeral or whatever,
Yeah.
there was that one moment where like the mortuary guy, like at first he seems to be just like very carefully unzipping the body bag, and suddenly with like a magician's flourish, he like yanks it off the gurney. I think that must have been. You think that was like an improv moment where that guy's like, "This is my one scene. I gotta make an impact."
Yeah, that was
It was
real
weird.
Yeah. Unzip and...
He's a
wow.
showman.
He's a showman.
He's a showman.
I guess that is like the biggest part of his job. It's like finally I get to
Reveal the body.
Or whatever.
You probably got to put it in the bag too, right?
sure.
Yeah. But the reveal, that's,
That's a bigger deal.
It's a big
That's-
moment.
yeah, like, if he were a magician,
Yeah.
that would be his greatest.
I suppose in his mind, like if I don't open this bag, they'll never solve the case.
Yeah.
So
He's
this is an important moment.
Everyone, pay attention. I'm doing it.
Do it. Look at me.
Oh,
Ooh.
the dog.
Oh, the dog.
Buffalo Bill's
Guys,
dog.
Buffalo Bill's dog
Yes.
is named Precious.
Yeah.
And
Princess?
Precious.
Precious, okay.
And the reason I know for sure it's Precious is because when I grew up in Memphis, Tennessee, my neighbor had a little white poodle named
Oh
Precious.
Oh
shit.
my god, your neighbor was Buffalo Bill?
maybe.
Oh my god.
But it's
What?
I don't know.
Yeah, good on that, the well girl.
Yeah,
for
right?
being,
That was
I mean, she was in trouble.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. But she was fighting back.
That was smart. That was a smart move on her part to get the dog down there.
Yeah, somehow managed to get the dog. I guess trapped it in the bucket with a chicken bone and
Yeah.
pulled it over the edge.
Yeah,
We don't
correct.
see it, but that's, yeah.
It's implied.
Yeah. And then just like gonna snap the dog's neck. I didn't remember how it turned out, but I was real nervous she was gonna kill that dog.
Right.
That would have been real.
It would have been rough.
rough.
Would have been real rough.
real.
God damn it. Oh, God.
Yeah. I loved the bug nerds.
Yes.
The
they
two,
were
she takes the
sassy.
cocoon to, I don't know their relation. They're her friends, maybe?
I don't know. It wasn't.
No, she called ahead
Yeah,
because
I think they were just the experts nearby.
Okay, because then they come to like her graduation.
Well,
maybe
they
because
helped her
were
solve the
helpful.
case.
Sure, okay.
Yeah.
That fine checks out. But they're two like,
Maybe
They're
she
like-
starts dating the one.
I
Whoa.
hope so.
Because that was the only reciprocated flirtation in the entire movie.
And he was like pretty nice about it. You know?
He was awkward, but not in a creepy way.
I guess really what made it nice is that she asked, "Are you hitting on me?" And he just goes, "Yeah." Whereas everyone else just like, let me be creepily coy about it.
Yeah.
But she was smiling a lot.
She was.
It was clearly a mutual flirtation.
Well, she had to butter him up so they'd teach about the moths.
I don't think they
You
were.
think Foster-
Do you think they would hold back on getting to talk about their favorite topic?
That's true.
To a hot young thing like Jodie Foster.
I think
Just
to
in
each
general.
other. Like a cool clue in a murder
That's
mystery
true.
based
They
on
were
the thing
really
they
excited
studied.
when they found out it was
Yes.
evidence in a murder.
But they were pretty classically nerdy. Like
Yes.
the one dude had kind of crossed
Crossed
eyes
eyes.
and like a shirt buttoned up all the way.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
other dude had glasses. Classic nerd
Classic.
Classic nerd quality.
Dan Jaquette is wearing glasses.
Oh, I've been outed. Death's head moth. We don't really get an explanation for why he likes that moth. Like
Lecter-
moths in general, like they come out and
Yeah.
they're beautiful, but why those?
I think
exotic
maybe he just
ones?
liked the way they looked or
Because they're
something.
death's head.
Maybe.
Death's
That
head.
might have just been the screenwriter like, yeah,
Yeah.
death.
What death bugs are there?
Right.
Search into Alta Vista here.
Sure. Or maybe just because they were like exotic
You know,
and different, and that's what Buffalo Bill wanted.
I guess
to
he
be.
wanted to be exotic.
Yeah. I mean, he wore that kimono,
I'm gonna
Oh,
drive
and that
moth.
scalp.
dolled himself up,
Yeah,
you know.
listen to jams.
Oh my god,
Jams.
that actor. That is a thankless role right there.
Yeah.
Because everybody's going ape shit. Like, think about when that movie came out. Everyone's going ape shit about Anthony Hopkins. Jodie Foster's star is on the rise. And here's this dude who was like, yeah, I'll play the creepy guy making a skin suit with my pierced nipples
Yeah.
and my weird voice.
Do you think that's his real voice?
I hope
No,
not.
I don't think so.
God, I hope not.
That'd be weird. He
It
probably
was
can't
like
get
a
dates.
I think it was a character choice.
I bet he shaved his head after that movie.
And like grew a mustache.
Yeah. Because he had like, I mean, that was very much a like, I mean, to be fair, that was a character actor's dream role.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It
Like,
was
hey,
a
you're kind of
meaty
weird
role.
looking. What?
It was a meaty role.
Ugh.
If you know what I mean.
But he didn't really cut into it. I mean, he just skinned them. It doesn't really count.
Yeah, no.
Lecter, meaty role. That would have
It
been
was
better.
a thin skin's thin.
Just skin the surface
Ah, that's better.
What?
I don't
of
know.
making a decent pun.
That's the one.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that guy, I don't know. I'm always impressed by like the more obscure actors who fucking kill it in movies like that. Because like the movie would have been not necessarily garbage, but much closer to garbage if that role had not been just aced.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he did an incredible job. And so did the woman who played Catherine, the woman who was held
The victim.
captive. The victim.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
She does a beautiful job. And I guess I said this when we were watching the movie, but just even the way she sings along with American Girl
Yeah.
just makes you immediately fall in love with her and get a sense of who she is.
Yeah.
Um,
And then she's nice enough to help a stranger put a chair in his
Couch
van,
into a van.
which you should never do.
Which was a
Cargo van.
cargo van.
Boom!
right.
Oh,
no
nailed it.
windows.
No windows.
Although it seemed almost like a weirdly converted conversion van.
It was
like he
weird.
had added wood paneling
Yeah.
to the inside. And
Yeah.
it was like a bluish gray color. It was creepy.
It was creepy.
Actually, the detail that creeped me out the most, and I don't know why this would matter, but the way he climbs into the back and closes the door behind him
Yeah.
instead of shutting the doors and walking around to the driver's side.
Well, he had to
We had to beat her
cut
up.
her off her shirt first to make
Ugh.
sure she had the right back skin or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah, was he getting back skin from her?
Yeah.
He was
I
getting
think
back
so.
skin from most of them at that point, I think.
I don't get why he can't. I
'Cause he
guess
had-
I guess because he's a weirdo. But why
Yeah.
can't he just skin one woman or maybe two, and like take most of their skin?
I don't think skin works that way.
I think he wanted some prime spots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
I don't
if
wanna
human
think about it
skin
too
even works
hard.
that way. Ooh, also because he needed it to fit on him, right?
So it had to be, he needed a lot of skin.
So it's like he always looked for like the stockier women, but they weren't as tall as him.
Right.
So he couldn't just
But
like
no, but he was taking tiny pieces.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, he could have
this is
taken
terrible.
all of the skin, right? Then he's got a bunch of skin.
But he was clearly when they show the woman's suit, the half-finished woman's suit, like he's clearly taking certain parts for certain parts. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I guess the answer is because he's a psycho weirdo and he has
I think
specific
also-
skin needs.
And also, it might be partially just in terms of filmmaking. It was way creepier to have these weird diamonds off the backs of these women,
Right.
Ugh.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not all of them. I mean, they showed the pictures. Not all of them had the weird diamond bags.
Yeah. Some of them had their I mean, he took boob skin.
Yeah,
That
and there was a boob
photo.
on the suit.
Yeah, he only had one boob.
Yeah.
I wonder if they ever wanted to have him dress in a skin suit and like they couldn't get it to look good.
Yeah, maybe.
Or if they just thought that was like too much.
That might have been too much
I
for
think
me.
it's too much.
Yeah.
It was enough to see it on the form.
Yeah.
But if it
and
were-
even that was like not super in your face.
But it was just there. It
like
was
you
Yeah.
saw
creepy
it
as hell.
and it was obvious, but it
I
wasn't
did
like a
not see
close
it.
up on
No.
it.
Which, again, if it were made today by one of those Saw assholes,
It'd be like a rotating
oh my,
camera
yeah, it'd
panning
like
in, you
zoom
know?
in.
Can I point out that when you said Saw before, you called them hack?
Oh.
Ah. Nailed it.
Oh, God.
Didn't
Are there any
saw
more
it
bets? Can we just move on?
We did have a bet about the Bechdel test that I don't want us to forget.
Okay.
I wrote it down. Hold
The
on.
name of the
Yes, the
graphic
name.
artist.
Okay, what was our guess?
Allison?
Correct.
Yes.
Allison Bechdel.
Boom!
The
10 minutes after all.
what did we think the name of the cartoon was?
Dykes to watch out for.
I said Dykes in Paradise,
Nailed
which
it.
sounds
Did I get it?
I said nailed out.
Nailed out.
Nailed it.
I nailed out.
I nailed out.
Dykes to watch out
yeah,
for.
Dykes to watch out for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Points.
never read it.
Points,
I have
points.
read one of her graphic novels, and it was a memoir of her childhood growing up in a funeral home, and it was delightful.
Ah, like a 6 feet under situation? Okay.
It's not really. I mean, I've only seen part of that show, but I don't think so.
Okay.
It was mostly just about like my dad was weird, and I was gay and didn't know how to tell him.
Oh.
It's good. Fun Home by Alison Bechdel. Find it at your local bookstore.
Yeah. Or your library.
Or a library. That's
like
Yeah.
also fine.
Yeah. Also fine.
What else we got? I wrote Face Off
What?
in
Oh.
because you took the Fed.
Yeah, with Face Off.
About Face Off.
Right.
Which is an incredible movie.
Yes,
in
it is.
In a much different way.
Yes.
What if Nicolas Cage had played Hannibal Lecter
Oh my god.
and John
Oh my
Travolta had played
God.
Buffalo Bill?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Think about this movie.
Now I want that movie to be made. I don't even care if the Saw guys make it. I want that movie to be
Saw
made.
guys make it. Remake. Cartoon.
cartoon
Intro.
version.
Oh, right.
All cartoon.
Yeah. All cartoon.
Completely
They're just
animated.
the voices.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I wrote down that this movie has the rare quality of basically saying, like, you know, you always look out for when the character says the name of the movie.
Yeah.
This movie says, like, essentially the opposite of the title of the movie. Because, like, 4 times Hannibal Lecter says something about, like, the screaming of the lambs or something, like, over and over. Almost to, like, piss off the audience, it
Yeah.
seems like.
I wrote more like Screaming of the Lambs, am I right?
You are right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's another. I feel like it's another. Maybe it was the name of the book, so who knows who gets the credit? But there's another like subtle twist, right? Because the
Yeah.
silence of the lambs is her hope,
Yes.
right? To not
It's her
hear the
MacGuffin.
screaming. Yeah, isn't the MacGuffin before the thing? Isn't the MacGuffin the event that happens
MacGuffin's the thing
before?
you're seeking out.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
the Ark of the Covenant is a go-to example.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Indiana Jones. Different movie.
Speaking of Indiana Jones, though,
Okay.
I want to point out that for Buffalo Bill, our serial killer, it was not bad enough that he was killing people and using their skin. He was also a Nazi.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
He was a Nazi who crafted quilts
Swastika
with
quilts.
swastikas on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seemed a little unnecessary.
Yes.
I mean, we already thought he was creepy and terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it added to the set design in
Yeah.
a way, made it more creepy. But yeah, still, I was like,
Or maybe, let me throw this out there. Maybe that lady whose house it was the Nazi.
Oh.
The one that they all used to sew for. Ooh, guys.
Who the reveal of her, that was real
That
disturbing.
was weird.
And I'm still not sure what it was.
No.
They like it opens a door
was-
in the basement. She's like in a bathtub.
But it's like full
but it's like full of like,
of
brown
stuff. Like, partly her.
and it looked like maybe it was made out of wax. It
did
looked
you
weird.
see? Like, did you see a human? There's a human form,
Yes.
Yeah.
but there's no like clear indication that it is a person.
There is gray hair on top
Oh,
of that
I didn't
head,
see that.
Yeah.
I'm missing all these
which
hair.
suggested it is the lady whose house it was.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a little spoiler alert, psycho.
Oh. Maybe it was an homage to Psycho.
Could be.
No?
No, probably
I'm
not.
not buying it.
You don't
No.
think so?
Let's do a repeating segment.
Yes, a segment I like to call #NailedIt, in which I go on Twitter.com, I look up hashtag the name of the movie, and see what strange things come out of the mind of the Twitterverse. But because I don't want to give credit to these people, because nobody cares,
Yeah.
the official canon of Totes Recall is that all of these tweets are from Ashton Kutcher. Ashton wrote, on some Anthony Hopkins up in this Mafka, M-A-apostrophe-F-K-A, which is a
Yeah.
abbreviation of motherfucker that I have never seen before in my life.
Mothra.
Mothra. Eating lamb chops. Hashtag Science of the Lambs.
Yeah.
That was another weird. I guess it's not that subtle, but when he orders right before he breaks out of the birdcage, they're like, "Oh, this guy's been ordering lamb chops every meal, extra rare."
Yeah.
And that right after he hears the lamb story.
Because he's weirdo.
And drawn an incredibly elaborate
Oh,
picture
God.
of Jodie Foster
Holding a
cradling
lamb.
a lamb.
Ugh, so gross.
It's super gross.
This one's insane. This one is an Instagram. This is an Instagram link that I actually probably can guess what it relates to.
Okay.
But I'm not going to tell you. I encourage you to Google it yourself. But it's out of context. It's hilarious. Hashtag Bill Cosby. Because pudding pops, that's why. And then 3 star emojis. Hashtag Buffalo Bill. Hashtag Silence of the Lambs. Hashtag pudding pops. Ashton Kutcher.
What?
Everybody.
I don't get what that's about.
Just Google it.
pudding pops.
I encourage you to Google it. You
I
will
am
learn
not.
the answer. You will it will reveal itself to you. This has been hashtag nailed it.
How did people like the movie overall? We thought we would like it still. I guess we didn't really weigh in too heavily.
I think we all just sort of thought like we're going to be disturbed by this.
Yeah. I was probably more, a little more creeped out, and probably liked it a little more. But I still liked it the first time I saw it. I was still creeped
Right.
out. It's pretty even viewing from now versus probably 15 years ago when I saw it.
I felt like I actually liked the movie more and appreciated it more, even though it scared the crap out of me. And I am unhappy with how much I'm thinking about backskin right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I liked it more. There was definitely a point, like when we were watching it in that basement, where my friend was like, "Guys, shut up," or whatever. While we were riffing. There was definitely a point in that movie where the tension got high enough where even like us dumb teens just like shut our fucking mouths and got into it, because it is a really, I mean, the last like half an hour of that movie is terrifying in a very sophisticated way. It's not like crazy jump outs. It's just like everyone is very tense. There are multiple killers just hanging out in the world. And I find a lot of the times when I watch movies like this, or really any movie as an adult, with like a fully formed sense of the emotional spectrum and actually being invested in my own life and the lives of other humans, that I'm much more invested in stuff like the last half an hour of this movie where like shit is getting real, lives are on the line, and it is terrifying. And I appreciated that. And I think I actually enjoyed the movie more this time around. And was sort of like, oh, this is why this is such a popular movie and why everybody dug it. Because it's amazingly tense in a not annoying way.
Yeah.
Like they were never trying super, I don't know, like at no
Never
point.
cheap. Like some movies
No.
build tension cheaply
Yeah.
and like surprise you cheaply
Yeah.
with like sound and cutting things quickly.
This
And
movie,
never did
yeah,
that.
like this movie never seemed to like cheaply try to bother you.
Yeah.
Like I don't think was there even one moment where anything like jumped out for no reason?
No jump outs.
You know what I
I
mean?
don't think the like creepy old lady in the bathtub was kind of a
That was
quick,
still just sort of like a quick shot. It wasn't like
but
Yeah.
didn't have like the big
she didn't like
hole.
fall out of a closet or something.
I will say that there was a scene where I did cover my eyes because I could not handle the tension. Where she was in the like warehouse and she found like a head in a jar.
Oh god, yeah.
Which I never actually saw. I will trust that there was a head in the jar. But I didn't even know when it happened because they didn't have that like classic scary movie thing where the music goes.
Bam!
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I really liked that aspect of it. Like, the tension was because of story, and not because of like cheap, like you said, theatrical
Stunts?
breaking down.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's good. One other good thing I want to say about the ending, I knew it was coming this time because I had seen it, but when they're like doing the parallel stories of like the cops surrounding the house and Buffalo Bill and the dog drama, and like his doorbell rings.
Oh, that was amazing.
Obviously, you're meant to think that the cops do have the right house because they do, and the doorbell's ringing and whatever.
Yeah.
But then the reveal is like, no, that's Jodie Foster ringing the doorbell.
400 miles away.
And they're, completely in a different state. That was
awesome.
Well done.
I completely forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good job, whoever.
Jonathan Demme.
And
or
Troy something. I don't know.
Aikman.
Whoever wrote the script.
Who cares about script?
Oh, come on
right?
now. Jesus.
Rawr, it was me, the line.
I wrote the script. It's my story.
Wait,
Buffalo
is the line
Bill.
Buffalo Bill?
Yeah. Give me that skin.
Oh, no. I'd like to point out that in regards to what we first talked about at the top of the show about how movies are bad at gender roles.
Yeah.
Molly and I both at the final, in the graduation party at the end, when Jodie Foster finally gets her like FBI job officially or whatever.
Yeah.
They cut to someone cutting an amazingly elaborate federal government seal cake. And a woman is cutting it, and Molly and I both assumed it was just another FBI agent cutting the cake. And we were both just like, oh, why does one have to do it? And then it became very clear, oh no, that is a caterer employed to serve food for the event.
Still a female caterer, though. You
Yes.
can get a little mad about it if you want.
Yes.
She's got a job.
Yeah.
She's paying.
She's
her
probably paying
bills.
for college.
She's an independent lady.
Independent lady.
Like,
Independent.
Jimmy Stewart.
I feel like there's
That
a
was
fine
a child of Jimmy Stewart and Bane.
line. Yes.
Yes.
Which is basically what Buffalo Bill is, if you think about it.
Oh,
That's
boy.
true.
Yeah.
No, put the lotion.
Clarence! Put the lotion in the basket!
Give me my dog back. Precious. That's like droopy dog.
I was gonna say, you guys sound more like a Muppet at this point.
Well, happy Halloween, everyone.
All right. Do, 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 do. Simpsons joke. We stole that was from The Simpsons.
Yeah. Don't sue us, Fox.
Thank you for listening to Totes Recall. New episodes drop on the 15th of every month. You can find us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Totes Recall Pod. Subscribe on iTunes and leave a review. It helps more people find the show. Totes Recall is hosted by Molly Chase, Beth Gibbs, Dan Jaquette, and Dan Linden. Produced by Beth Gibbs. For more information, check out noisepicnic.com/totesrecall.
Totes Recall. I'm a lion.
I need help putting my sofa in my van.
You're a nice lady.
Ah!